We continue our discussion today on the changing landscape of higher education sector here in the UK. And we're pleased to have Dr. Adam Wright, who is the lead policy officer at the National Union of Students.
Unlike undergraduate, postgraduate talk is completely unregulated in terms of the fee levels, and fees have been rising each year. There is no link between the price of your education and the quality of it. You also have to remember that postgraduate students tend to be older, they tend to have other responsibilities, and therefore the financial pressures on having a family and having other commitments and caring responsibilities means that maintenance might not cover them in the same way as it would at undergraduate level. So it's important to understand the diverse needs that postgraduate students have. The funding available through the research councils and through many other sources of funding, scholarships and bursaries from institutions, from industry and business, from government departments, local government, all sorts of things, and from the European Union currently, means that there is more support available to PGR students. The landscape and the architecture for research and how it's regulated and governed will change, and the research councils will disappear in the way that they are now. What we see is that the REF becomes a pressure on academics to focus on research, to get publications in, and to get the 3- and 4-star research that's needed. So the TEF provides a way of classifying universities. Now, I don't think that the TEF will help rebalance research and teaching. REF produced pressures on academics. Those academics became, physically and mentally drained, couldn't do their jobs as well as they could have done if they didn't have those pressures on them. TEF will just create new pressures. I think the underlying principles by which the teaching excellence is apparently driven seem quite sound. That what they are supposed to be measuring are the basic tenets of teaching excellence. The problem is that the proxies that they use to measure that don't measure that. What was missing in the Higher Education Green Paper and in all of the TEF guidance was actually the key thing that matters to teaching excellence, and that's the relationship between the academic and the student. As a student, that you have a responsibility to co-create the environment that you are involved in, and that actually that can be one of the most beneficial things of being at university, to be part of that co-creation, to feel part of an academic environment and a thriving intellectual community.